I'm John Kilpatrick, and this is Okolona Aikido, Louisville, Kentucky, USA. Now, we did a video just recently where we just showed the pivoting. So if the attacker comes in, no, don't bother. Oh yeah, that's fine. Just attack. And so we just pivoted like this. So and then I spent a long time talking about doing the pivot, but we didn't put a technique in with it. So what we're always doing is working with controlling reflexes. So in this case, you know, when you're leading, we're moving in such a way that we control his reflexes. And in freestyle, it's really important to pivot. And we tend to, you know, when suddenly we're attacked, we tend to just throw our hands up and scream instead of pivoting. So we find pivoting first before you start everything else really helps your training. And so now from what we're going to, the last video we made, we were in Gakugami, and we were going to the outside. So we were doing a technique where we went to the outside and passed the lead to the other hand. This time we're going to go to the inside. So if he's attacking with the right hand, see, I'm going to the inside rather than to the outside. And if I put both my hands in front of me like I just did, then I let my partner have my back, which is not desirable at all. So what we're going to do this time is that when he comes in, and I don't want to throw now, I just want to show this movement. When he comes in, I'm putting my hand here. And so I'm going to lead his head and his hand down into a forward structure break without throwing him. So that'll look something like, if we do that from over here, are you still in the, yeah, that's fine. So that would be, just a forward structure break. This is very, very soft, and it really helps to get the lead correct. Let's come back over here. When we're doing this, what he wants, he wants to pull me all the way through, or I want to pull him all the way through. I'm not coming to him. I'm letting him come to me. So it would be like this, see? And where it pulls, my movement has to pull him. And I get, like we were talking about last time, he's coming, I get this up where he sees it, and I'm pulling him past me. It's like hitchhiking or like directing traffic or something. And so then, what I'm going, this other hand is catching his head, and I'm just directing it down and letting it fall. If I'm just doing the structure break, there's no need for me to grab him. And so I get the structure break and the fall. If I'm trying, now we have a Federal Leo in our club, and when he throws somebody, he has to cuff them up. And this stuff, you know, now when we do this technique, when my hand comes in here, I'm hitting it. This is a blow. I want to make, you know, particularly if he has a weapon, I like this blow because no bigger than I am, I'm not likely to injure him. Some of these big guys hit you, they might injure you, but I mean, you could do a lot of things. You could just hit him in the face or in the throat or something, but then you're likely to injure the guy, and that can produce legal problems. Now, the Leo is not allowed to hit somebody's neck or their head. So if he does that, he'll get fired at least. And maybe if you know, if it really injures him, he might get in more trouble. So this stuff, you know, I like this because I'm really interested in reflex control and not beating people up and all. And most of the things we would do to hit people, he's not allowed to do. So if I do this as a throw then, in order to work with him, we want to practice taking it into a handcuff position, so that when he does the throw, he just ends up in the handcuff position. So if he attacks then, and now see, instead of going to the normal position where we've got his arm up in the air, I'm putting it on his back here, and from here, he's ready to cuff the guy up. And this is really much easier to do than your normal Aikido arm pin position. And if law enforcement people are studying this, it's much more practical because you just take them right to the cuff position, and it's very clean and very pretty. So in this, again, instead of, you know, when we were showing the just the pivot, we turned in front of the guy, which of course you wouldn't want to do in real life. But this is a very simple technique where he comes very slowly. See, and I'm either hitting or just catching here, and then I just push my hands down to get the throw. And then if you catch the wrist, you take him right into a cuff position, or if you want to, you can pin him with a standard pin.
You want me to
Hmm?
so you can see it?
So there's your cuff position.